I know for last week we we discussed about this particular year, and we got a very good entry last week. It was last week Tuesday now. We got a very good entry here. I think I still have it here. Yes, this is the trade here. And this guy was able to do 1 to 7. So was the target area as TP. Able to do 1 to 7. Okay. Can you remember this, right? I think I also gave the updates on the group. So, for the sake of this week, I'm expecting another. I'm expecting another impulse movement, and you can see what we have. We are still in this correction phase, but a very good premium price we can take itself from. We shall be everybody can still collect this movement we had there. And looking at it, the market is still pushing that high side. So now I'm currently looking at the internal structure on ABC at 4 hours, which will decline to a 1 hour movement. So we had a buy from this particular here. And currently now I'm now treating 4 hours swing high and low, which is this particular low and this particular high. And the reason why we are looking at that is because the internal structure is obvious. The internal structure is pointing bullish movement to the upside, bullish movement to the upside. And we are expecting, these are major targets here because we are expecting markets to point this weekly supply level before the sell continuation. So we are still trying to take advantage of the internal structure. And looking at it, the internal structure, I think I have this particular level here on this 4 hours time. The 4 hours time frame demand level. And that level should be the last level of retracement for this market to give us a new higher. But within this discount price, there's a 1 hour hobby that has liquidity levels. It has that liquidity zones. That's why I'm even looking, that's why I even consider this particular 1 hour hobby. I'm looking at this equal low here, and everybody knows what equal lows does. We're expecting the markets to grab the equal low and give us a good pulse movement to the upside. So for the sake of this week, I'm patiently waiting for market coming back to mitigate this particular 1 hour holding, and I'll be taking a buy. Now, I want us to take note of what I'm about to say. This buy I'm about to take here, I'll be expecting a lower time frame entry. The reason why I will expect a lower time frame entry is because of this particular 4 hours video. Never forget, we had a very beautiful entry condition back then here. I think I still have it. Okay. Yes, this is it. We had this lower time frame entry. It's not on 5 minutes. Thus, this guy always give yes, this is the entry condition. We had it in our technical Tuesday last week. So this guy always give at least entry conditions. I can say that anywhere. So the reason why I will now consider that again is because we have this extreme level here, and we have this 1 hour hook. By the time this guy pushes to this particular hook, I will wait for that lower time frame market reaction again for that buy. If you take note of what I'm doing, even though we are targeting this particular level here, I'm not holding my buy to that particular level. Once it comes to this particular, just like what happened here, that we took TP here. So once it gets to this high, I'm taking my TP, and it's just because we are trading the internal structure. Let's assume the market has gotten to this particular high here. Let's assume the market has gotten here and got this entry here. That is when I'll be holding for the markets to give all those long what is it? All those long pips to the downside. So because we are trading the internal structure, that is why I'm taking my TP at the next high or the next low. So please, I want you guys to take note of this so that when your buy activates, don't expect to hold it to get to heaven. Take your profit in the next high, in the next low. That's the best way to trade your internal structure. So that's the first guy I'm looking at on for this week, ADC share, liquidity graph, right? Lower time frame entry. I'm even seeing maybe a 1 hour bullish pin around here. I can choose to take it. I don't even see that in the character on that that lower time frame. So that is my first pair for the week. And I'm also looking at ADUSD based on that higher time frame. We had this to last week. So ADUSD is sitting on a daily supply level. A daily supply level. Now, if you see what we had here, this market has been a downtrend based on what we have on this particular time frame, a downtrend movement. And currently now we have a swing low and a swing high. This is the last level of retracement. If ADUSD break out from this high, there's a shift to the upside on the weekly time. If break out from that, the shift already. So looking at it, I'm patiently waiting for daily reactions, even say weekly reactions within this particular hand. If you see what we have, this is a daily order block. Yesterday happens to be a bearish candle. I'm already seeing a reaction on the daily already. So it's already showing me that okay, there's a rejection from the daily time frame within that particular daily order. But that rejection has not given me a go ahead to sell past 70 billion. I still want to see reaction. So I want us to have this to our watch list for the week so that by the time we are having that good change of character or even weekly candle, bearish weekly candle, that is my target for ADU within this part because it's already at the last level of trace. So that once we get that confirmation, then we're expecting a long sell to the downside, a long sell to the downside on ADUS. And never forget, if the market is taking out this particular high, that means we've gotten a change of character in the weekly time frame to the upside. But for now, as of today, the market is still within that particular range, which I'll be expecting at least a sell. But we need to have that confirmation. Please, I want you guys to add this to your watch list for me so that once we start to have that reaction, then we can all take advantage of the market to the downside. Let me even check on 4 hours and more. See, the lower time frame is still struggling within that particular range. Still struggling within that particular range. It's better for us to have. Though if you check on 1 hour, we're already seeing a head and shoulder pattern on 1 hour. But that head and shoulder pattern is not really. That's what daily candle appears to be giving. But it's not really valid for me yet until we have that bigger picture of the change of character to the downside. So that's what I have. I know there's a case. Let's just follow it up. And for AD New Zealand, we are looking at the daily time. Looking at the daily time frame, let me go back to the internal structure. Please, can everybody hear me? Hello?
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you. So for AD New Zealand, we are in a downtrend. External structure weekly time. But currently now, the internal structure is bullish because the internal structure is trying to push back to this valid level here on the daily. And because of that, I choose to trade my daily internal structure, which I got this particular daily low and this daily high. Those are the two levels I'm currently this particular level here. Let me mark it out. Okay. So I have this daily OB. And if you see, it's aligning with our rules because I'm currently having this correction mode here to the downside, coming to this daily order. I'm being deliberate dealing with my daily swing high so that at least I can mark out a very good level to join the buy. I'm expecting another impulse movement to the upside. I'm expecting another impulse movement, at least to this particular level here. Don't forget, this is a kind of internal structure. So I don't even want to hold it to where I'm expecting the markets to buy to. So I'm having this internal correction movement, which I'm expecting this correction movement to change character to the upside. So currently now, this is the OB. And on 4 hours, all these OB has been mitigated. I think we're having somewhere here Those levels have been mitigated already. And if you even check on these 4 hours, you don't really have any valid open within this particular range. So let's go back to that daily. Let me show you something with that daily. So if you check, this is the 50% of the range, and the market has already tapped that 50% of that particular range. And fine, it has not really given us a very good move to the upside. This is my daily hobby, which on 4 hours, I don't really have any valid hobby within that particular range. So what I'm now waiting for now is, since the market has retraced to 50%, or let me say below 50%, and on my 4 hours time frame, which I always mark out my hobby, I don't really have any valid hobby within this particular range. This level here still looks as if the market is still giving me corrections, and I'm not ready to take a sell based on what daily market is showing. I'm not ready to take a sell. I would have marked out this particular level here and said, I want to sell here. I'm not ready to take this particular sell because my daily movement is still bullish and we are still correcting back to that weekly level which we define to the daily. So what I'm now looking at is how I can take advantage of this particular internal structure. So the first thing for me, since I don't have the 4 hours which I can leverage on. So what I'm looking at is I'm expecting this guy to take out this internal structural high to the upside, because the way they are even trying to buy, they are still struggling. So that means if they push the downside to that daily holding, I won't mind just to be waiting for what the market wants to do. Anyone can choose to now take a sell here. I'm not comfortable taking this particular sell. So my expectation now is for me to have this particular shift to the upside. And once I get that, I will definitely look for the other block that will lead to that particular movement, or a valid level within this particular range for me to take a buy continuation. I'm only showing us this so that you can take some time to also mark it out and follow it up. The correction movement we are having here back to this particular holding, I'm not comfortable with it. So if you check maybe on 1 hour, we will likely have some, yes, 1 hour is giving us a good, take some correction movements. I'm not really comfortable with that particular movement. That's why I'm sticking to my 4 hours time frame. And once the internal structure gives me a shift to the upside, then the 4 hours will be giving over shift to what I'm trading. So I just said, let me show what I'm looking at in New Zealand, and I would like to go to Euro USD. For Euro USD, based on what we're looking at from last week, we are also looking at so we are looking at mitigation level here. We had this last week Tuesday, which this guy is coming to. Also on Euro USD, that's the last level of the trace which we are having. So the best thing I'm looking at now is still trying to join into the structure, which daily movement gives us that good structure to look out for. We have this level. As of today, this particular, we are having this OB here. We're having this OB. Now, looking at the 4 hours time, I have multiple levels on 4 hours time. Yes, this is the first one we have. I'm not ready to trade this one because of my swing high and my swing low. Is it like at 50%? And that's why I consider this extreme. Seeing this level here as liquidity areas for this particular level here. Somebody will now ask me a question. How are we sure this guy will push back to this particular level here? Nobody is sure because we don't control the market. But in case I have a sell on Euro USD, I will consider this level. So the only reason why I'm not ready to trade. I'm not ready to trade this first ODA. I'm not ready to trade this first. I'm not ready to do that. I will even still prefer to trade this level here if we have a lower time frame entry on ADUS. But this first one, I'm not ready to do that. So any of these two guys that I'm looking at for the week, in case this guy had a drop, we don't really have any major news on USD today. So I'm looking at possible pushback. And to trade the internal structure, I'm talking about possible correction movements. Looking at the way the market is moving, I don't really have any reason to trade this particular range here. You can see it's just a range. though those lower time frame, the scalpers will have of this take advantage of this level and taking it back. But because it's not my thing. You understand that now. So if it works with you, fine, no problem. It works with you, you can take it. Check on 15 minutes is a very good movement for internal structure movement. From scalpers to
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
uh,
Yes, sir.
all right. So you can take advantage of this. I'm majorly focusing on the 4 hours time, which we're expecting a good correction for me to take any buy. And if I'm even taking the buy, this level here is going to be my TP. No, I'm not expecting to take it to this particular high. I'm taking my TP at immediate high or immediate low. So that's what I have on Euro USD. For Euro GBP, we had this shift, which is part of what we did last week. We had this shift, the downside, and we're expecting that with the correction on which we had this daily swing high, and market has already moved to 50% or even above 50% of that particular range.
You can see your screen.
Uh, 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 I was trying to explain, sorry, it's network. So I was trying to explain the daily chart, which I was looking at that gave us a shift to the downside. And if you check here, we had a kind of correction that even went above 50%. But on 4 hours time, I currently have that level which it's both this particular zone, and we have that good entries here, which had its movement. Currently now, we're seeing all these movements again as another correction to the upside, starting from here, and that correction to the upside. And I'm currently looking at this particular 4 hours will be as a mitigation level for set. I love to use the 4 hours so that I can take a lower time frame entry conditions to join the sell. So for Euro GBP, I'm expecting a mitigation level to the downside so that for even targeting this immediate low here, you are having something which I'll also be waiting for a lower time frame entry condition to take a sell from this particular level. So this is what I'm looking at in Euro GBP. The last one is that GJ. I know we had GJ to last week, and GJ was able to give us a change of character to the downside. So I have this shift already on GJ to the downside. Never forget this movement is below that daily order block that we're looking at. And for GJ, I think I'll be trading two levels. I have the extreme booby, and I would also like to trade my side price, which is this particular level. But if you check for the swing high and low of that correction to the downside, we are having those two levels above 50%. Those two levels are above 50%. That's it. Swing high and low. So this is what I have, which the market is already giving me this particular market mode already to the upside, which I'm patiently waiting for this correction. So this is what I have. The floor is open for addition and also questions so that I can hear from you guys.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, House. Happy New Year, sir.
I wish you same.
Yeah. Please can we see GJ on the daily time frame, please?
Okay. I think we had what we had on the day. Let me mark out that.
Think weekly.
So we are currently sitting.
Okay.
on this.
Okay.
The week, we had two levels. We have
Okay.
well, yeah, we are currently
Okay.
sitting here, which we are now have. So this is the daily chart.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I've seen what I want to say. I also have a question on Euro GBP, please.
GBP.
Sir, please, can you go to the monthly time frame? It's just a quick question. I don't like to clarify something. Yeah, so while I was doing my analysis on this pair, and I went to the monthly time frame, can I use my annotations on your screen, please?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I saw this guy. on the monthly time frame rather. So I was like, because I didn't understand the price action that was going on here. So I just like had to leave. Yeah, because what I'm just seeing here is just I think the price has been ranging for a while now.
Yes.
So I left the market. So I want you to just like elaborate on the facts why you're taking a sell and if it's advisable to like trade this kind of price action.
Okay. Now, the first thing I want us to see.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. The first thing I want us to see is this monthly chart. Is looking at this monthly chart. An average person will tell us that this guy looks like a buy movement. You understand that? Based on what this guy has been doing. And now, I intend to also join that same movement because if you see what happened here, all these movements here, the whole correction, that mitigate this particular OB. You understand that? And the market still in that movement. The only thing is, this market is not really pushed up to take out this particular high when we have this impulse movement. You understand that now? But it was obvious that we also have internal structure shifts based on what we have. Are you getting me? So if we have this internal structure shift, that's a sign that this market can still continue this uptrend. The only thing is the market does not move in a straight line. And that's what I gave birth this particular level. This was the monthly hobby that gave us this particular shift to the upside. Are we together? This was this hair. Finally now, I'm expecting this mitigation level. That's because all these movements here is a kind of correction. You know, this monthly time frame is correction. And I'm expecting monthly will be mitigation. So now looking at that correction on the monthly time frame, they are now step down to the weekly time frame to now see the internal structure movement. Now, if you check weekly, for a couple of weeks now, we have a rejection count to the downside. And we have this shift in the market movement. Having this shift was the reason why I said, let me try to look for a sell. If the market will still push back to this level. Mind if I'm even selling, I can't sell to that level I marked out. I'll be looking at all these levels there. These immediate levels there. Be the major target. If this market will still come back and not but I'll be targeting these levels there. So because of this strong rejection we had on weekly, and we have on daily, it's very clear for us to have this change of character. So I'm expecting markets to push back to any of these levels if the buy will continue. So I'm only reading that internal structure shift, which they have already given me good impulse movements, right? And we had this all the 4 hours. It was very clear for us that we had 4 hours. So because of that, I'm really taking advantage of this internal structure to sell it to any of these valid holdings down. So Stanley, this is the reason why I'm taking that movement.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, I can see clearly now because when I was doing my analysis, I didn't see all of this. Thank you very much, sir.
So the most important thing
Mr. Banks, please, one quick question, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you please, I don't know, because I'm just trying to, I don't know, there's no way I can screenshot this. Is there a way you can just help us, I don't know, screenshot your watch list so we can just...
Okay.
No, your watch list,
I will do that. I will do that.
Thank you, sir.
I will do that. Thank you. So the most important thing is I'm looking at the bigger picture. I'm looking at the stories the market is telling on the bigger picture. And I'm coming to a lower time frame. We are still the same market structure, but we can't be trading on that monthly time frame. We are not the position traders that have that volume of money. But we can take advantage of the internal structure so that once the market is moving in that wave, we're also following that trend. The reason why I decided to be selling is because of the change of character we had here. And since the market has given that go ahead, I decided to start that movement to the downside. 4 hours is much clearer. If you check, we even have a 1 hour hoopy hiking somewhere here, but I was not ready to even refine that 1 hour hoopy. I just want to take advantage of these 4 hours. And since market is already doing the actions, fine. We are taking the shot, we are following that trend. Please, family, don't
So
forget Thursday. Thursday is for our stock trading. For those of us that look shady, we don't really understand the market, don't even know how you can start investing, please. Let's prepare for that. By Thursday, this same time 11, we'll be having a section on stocks. Please, I want everybody to be there so that we can take advantage of that this year.
Ah, are we doing it online or on the trading floor?
Online. I want everybody to be available so that nobody
what time
will
on Friday?
11 here.
On Thursday. On
Thursday,
Thursday.
Thursday, Thursday, 11
This
Okay, sir.
a.m.
Thursday.
Okay, sir.
Thursday. Yes, this Thursday,
Okay, sir.
11 a.m. Please. I want everybody to be on board so that we can all take advantage of the stocks. The local stock, it's not local now, it's not international. Nigerian stock is not international.